Greetings and welcome to the second episode of My Neighbor's Yard. This is where I showcase clever landscaping and creations from the community in the Simpsons Tapped Out mobile game. First of all, I wanted to thank everyone who shared their Springfield with me after my first episode. There were some really creative landscapers and builders out there. Special thanks to tstotips.com and youtube.com Nuclear Videos HD for supporting and helping me promote the beginning of this series. And if you have not checked out those sites, the links will be in the description. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can show off your Springfield in an upcoming episode of My Neighbor's Yard. I want to show you some of the cool Springfields that I've come across this week. And at the end, I'm going to give you a challenge for next week. So first I want to clarify how you can get your Springfield seen on this channel. Now in my first video I provided you with an account name that I said you could send invites to, but I really didn't expect to get so many invites so quickly, and I hit the maximum number the second day after the video was out. Therefore I have a bunch of invites queued up that the game just simply won't let me accept. And since I use that account for actually playing the game, I apologize. I don't want to unfriend some of my actual friends or people who are legitimately playing the game. So what I'll do with that account is, as I play, I'll keep an eye out for any of the cities that I already have accepted who haven't logged in quite a while, maybe more than a week, or who seem to have stopped participating. So for example, I found 2 cities that had Christmas decorations still up and didn't have any Valentine's decorations. So I'm assuming that those people aren't really playing the game anymore. So those accounts I will let go, and as I make room, I will accept some of the invites in my queue. But please don't send any more invites to that prior account because they will end up just sitting there forever. If you did send an invite to that account, I will eventually get to it. But what I've done is I've set up a new account, a second account, just for the purposes of this video series. And you can send invites to that account, which is a_neighbor. A neighbor. So it'll be one of the first ones that shows up in your list of other Springfields. Now, I'm not going to be using a neighbor for cleaning your buildings or clicking to get you holiday tokens. So if that's what you're looking for, don't add me as a friend. Basically, that account is strictly going to be used for showcasing creative decorations. So if you want me to look around your Springfield and actually potentially take a screenshot and share it in this video, add my new account, which is a_neighbor. What I'll do is I'll look around your city. If I see something that I like, I'll take a screenshot. And either way, after I've looked at your city, I will unfriend you so I make room for others. Now, that means that as I give out challenges each week, you may have to re-add me as a friend multiple times. But I think that's just the most fair and efficient way to do it. And then I can keep track of who is submitted, entries each week. Now, if you don't want to bother with inviting and uninviting, what I will also do is accept screenshots from your Springfield, and you can send those screenshots via email to me at ObviousObscure@gmail.com. So it's the same account name as this YouTube address. I'll put the link in the description. And these can be in any graphics file format. Now, if you're using an iOS device like an iPhone or an iPad, the way that you can take a screenshot is to hit the home button and the sleep button at the exact same time. The screen should flash white, and a PNG file should be saved into your photo album. Then when you sync that to your computer, you can email it to me, or you can email it directly from your device. Now, I don't own an Android device, but I assume that there's a similar process for taking a screenshot. I'm not 100% sure what it is, so I can't help there, but basically, in either case, take a screenshot and email it to me, and I will consider that for any weekly showcasing or special challenges. Without further ado, let's take a look at some of the cool creations that were sent to me this week, and then I will get to the challenge. The first one is from blbrooks, and what caught my eye in this one were the cool towers that he created out of fences with a little burning bush out front circling the tire fire. Then we have Jippy 6084 with a really nice looking garden. I don't know why, but when I first glanced at this, I just had this mental image of butterflies flitting around in the bushes. The next one is from LD Brown 1710522. And the first thing I noticed was the exercise yard of the Springfield Penitentiary. It's got a nice volleyball court and even some payphones out there. And then I noticed on the side there are actually some private seating areas with fences. And I think this is intended to be where families can come and talk to some of the inmates in a more private setting. So I thought that little detail was pretty cool. Next is from Sherry T07, and this is the coolest little mini golf course that I've seen. You can see a lot of detail mixed in, orange cones and other decorations used to make it look like a mini golf course. This is a hedge maze by Starbuxs, and I like this one just because it was so large. A lot of time was put into this hedge maze. Next, I thought I would give a special shout out to Ryan1981 because Ryan took the time to write out I love Bexta in his world. So I'm assuming that Bexta is maybe a girlfriend that has an iOS device, and I just imagine these two people sort of giving tributes to each other and messages via The Simpsons. This one was really funny. When I first saw this, I actually thought it was a glitch. This is by kbabble. And as you can see, when you first go to this person's Springfield, there's just this little island in the middle of the water with two characters on it. As you scroll around, there are actually no streets in this Springfield. It's all canals of water, so it has kind of like a Venice-y feel or a flooded Springfield feel. And I thought this one was really funny. Now, the last showcase before I get to a big one is by Rob M978. And typically I don't see people decorating the Simpson house itself. I think people use it early in the game, but then as they acquire new buildings, they spend time decorating those. This is one of the nicer Simpson houses that I've seen where you see they actually have a nice pool and a very long driveway lined with hedges. All right, now for my favorite Springfield of the week. This one comes from Isaiah Bowers, and there is so much to see in here. I'm going to list a number of things, but there's even more than what I have listed here. I'll start easy. Haunted house on a hill, made out of hedge mazes. This is a common sort of 3D visual effect. It's got a nice hedge maze. And then a really nice cemetery. I see people putting these cemeteries in. I wasn't playing the game for the Halloween 2012 update, so I missed out on these. But Isaiah Bowers has taken the time to surround them, making them look like part of a larger cemetery. Now, here's where the really creative stuff comes in. The first thing I actually noticed in his city was a wrestling arena. He's got a wrestling ring. He's got the sign out front. He's got stadium seating. And then not too far away, he's got a human cannonball arena as well. So you can see the cannon aiming out over the water into what looks like sort of a green matted target area for the cannonballer. Elsewhere in his city, he's got this kiddie train. And the cool thing about this is he used two of the choo-choos, but check out the green and blue garbage bins that look like the train cars that other kids would sit in. Really creative. He also has an area of his city devoted to a chess set, which I thought was pretty awesome, using all kinds of different decorations as the chess pieces. And then this is the absolute highlight. This really blew my mind. This is a drive-in movie theater, an outdoor movie theater showing a movie about a bunny on the screen. I just think this use of fences and other decorations to create a business in Springfield that isn't tied to actual tasks and stuff is just fantastic. So Isaiah Bowers definitely gets this week's highlight for Springfields. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to give you guys a challenge each week, and this week's challenge is going to be to use the Jebediah Springfield statue in a unique setting. You can put it anywhere you want, and you can invite me to come look at your Springfield. Just send an invite to a_neighbor, or send an email of your Jebediah Springfield statue to ObviousObscure@gmail.com. You can send these to me and invite me up until Wednesday, March 13th, at which point I will probably record the next episode of this. So any that I get between now and next Wednesday, I will consider for the next video. So please, if you're enjoying this series, leave me a comment down below on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button. That shows me that people like these videos. And if you want to keep up with future episodes, feel free to click the subscribe button as well. And I will see you in Springfield.